Marry Me Chicken is not your ordinary chicken dish. It's an explosion of flavors that will make your taste buds fall head over heels in love, or so they say. This recipe is perfect for a romantic date night or any special occasion where you want to impress your loved ones or yourself. The creamy sauce, tender chicken, and aromatic herbs and spices create a harmonious blend of deliciousness that will seriously taste like something from a restaurant. Hey guys, it's Aman here from thebigmansworld.com. Before we get into today's recipe, be sure to click the subscribe button just so you'll be notified every time a new recipe is posted and something delicious is here. So, what makes Marry Me Chicken so amazing is not just the incredible taste, it's also the fact that it is ridiculously easy to make. The recipe is straightforward and requires basic ingredients that you probably already have in your pantry. No need to spend hours in the kitchen or stress about complicated techniques. Let's get cooking. Take one of those chicken breasts and lay it flat on the cutting board. Hold your knife parallel to the board and carefully slice through the thickest part of the chicken breast horizontally. Try to keep each slice about the same thickness for even cooking. If you're feeling fancy and want thinner and more tender slices, you can place them between 2 sheets of plastic wrap or wax paper and gently pound them with a meat mallet or a rolling pin. Boom, you've got yourself some perfectly prepped chicken breast slices. So, seasoning chicken breasts with salt, pepper, and flour before pan frying is like the secret sauce of making them taste incredible. First off, salt and pepper are like the dynamic duo of flavor. You'll see it in every savory recipe. Sprinkling them on the chicken brings out all those yummy natural tastes. Now here comes the flour. It's not just for baking, you know. Coating the chicken with flour before frying does some magic. It creates this amazing golden crust when it hits the hot pan. That crispy goodness adds a whole new dimension to the chicken's texture and makes it seriously drool-worthy. And let's not forget about the practical side. That flour coating also helps keep the chicken moist and tender while it cooks. Now, let's get cooking. So we'll be using butter here, and I prefer using butter over oil in this dish for a few reasons. When you cook with butter in a hot pan, it helps your ingredients achieve that gorgeous golden brown color. So it'll give the chicken an irresistibly caramelized finish. And let's not forget about the flavor. Butter adds its own special touch, making everything taste richer and more delicious. If you recall from earlier, we sliced the chicken into even thickness, which will help with the cooking time and cook each fillet evenly. I like to turn the chicken 2 to 3 times during the cooking process just to prevent overcooking one side a little too much. Now that the chicken is golden on both sides, remove it from the pan and place it on a large plate. We're going to cover the chicken now with some foil, also known as tenting. Tenting cooked chicken breasts with foil serves a practical purpose to retain moisture and ensure a more tender and flavorful chicken. The foil acts as a barrier, trapping the steam and heat generated during cooking. This trapped steam allows the juices to redistribute throughout the chicken breast, preventing them from escaping and resulting in juicy and more succulent chicken. Now we'll add butter back into the pan and cook the rest of the dish. Once the butter has melted, add the garlic and cook until it's fragrant. Cooking garlic until it becomes fragrant is an essential step that enhances the flavor profile of your dish. This aromatic transformation is a signal that the garlic is now softened and its raw pungency has been mellowed out. By reaching the fragrant state, the garlic becomes more palatable and impacts a more subtle and pleasant flavor to the overall dish. It also helps to eliminate any harsh or sharp taste that raw garlic may have. Now we add the sun-dried tomatoes. You may notice some stores sell sun-dried tomatoes that are packed in oil and packed in water. Now for this dish, go with the option packed in oil. It not only adds to the flavor of the dish, but also absorbs the other ingredients so much better, and they're less acidic. Add the heavy cream. Now, depending on where in the world you are, you may call this double cream, thickened cream, or cooking cream. As long as you avoid anything low fat or fat reduced, you'll be fine. Now the parmesan cheese. I like to freshly grate my own, but really this dish is super forgiving, so the pre-shredded kind is fine too. Add the baby spinach and give that a really good mix. This won't take long to cook, and even though it looks like a lot of spinach, it will wilt super quickly. Now we are almost done. We add the chicken back into the pan. The chicken won't be cooked any further and you don't need to worry about it becoming rubbery or dry from overcooking. We'll be just adding it back for less than a minute for the sauce to cover both sides and then we'll be ready to dig right in.
So here we go, the finished dish. Now, with Marry Me Chicken, it is so easy to serve it with anything. You can do mashed potatoes, you can do some rice. If you're watching your carbs, you can do even like cauliflower rice or mashed cauliflower, and I'll link all of my recipes for those because, of course, we have them on the website too. But my favorite way, and the way that you should probably do it if you're serving it to someone, is just some pasta, because the creamy sauce acts like a bit of like a pasta sauce, and then you put the chicken on top, add some of the sun-dried tomatoes and some spinach, and looks pretty good. So now's the important part. Let's see how it tastes. So I'm just gonna put a bit of the pasta on it, get some of the sun-dried tomato in that, some of the spinach. Wow, like that flavor is incredible. You get the creaminess from the sauce, you get a little bit of the tang from the sun-dried tomatoes, the spinach adds some color, and that perfectly cooked chicken breast, which honestly, if you have ever been intimidated about cooking chicken breast or worried about it being rubbery or dry, this is probably the first recipe you should make with it. And there you have it. Our Marry Me Chicken recipe is ready to be enjoyed. Remember, this dish is not just about the amazing flavors, it's about creating memorable moments with your loved ones or yourself. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more delicious recipes that the everyday cook can make easily. Happy eating!